What's going on, guys? It's your man, V Buckets, back with another banger. And today, there's going to be an updated new video of my Adrian Dantley build for 2K26. The one I posted about a month ago had no mic audio, and I'm going to make a new version right now because I had a few comments that, oh, why'd you make a 6.4 with half radio with 299 close shot? I want to make a new build, and this is my first small card build for this year. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Adrian Dantley. He was a 6'4", 6'5" small forward. He had his prime with the Utah Jazz in the 80s. He was averaging around 30, about 34 and 6 rebounds a game. I mean, back then I was pretty good, and the kicker is he did not shoot threes at all during that 6-year or 7-year prime. So his build is honestly hard to make in this game. When I first found this out about Adrian Dantley himself, I was like, wow, this dude was 6'5". He was officially listed, but I went with 6'4" here because of the attributes were much cheaper in certain aspects like strength, interior, block, even standing dunk, which I know 6'4" don't get standing dunks anymore, but I upgraded it because I had nowhere to put any attributes left at 99 potential, so it was pretty much stuck with there. Yeah, so this build, I'm also doing a known money spent on this build, and it's going pretty smoothly. I'm at an 85 overall, but the kicker is I'm doing my career as well to make it even faster pace, and I've been going to Street Kings and Open Athletics every day to get more VC via grinding. So yeah, and without further ado, let's get right onto it. So this, like I said, Adrian Dantley was a small forward. His real height is 6'5", but I wanted to see at 6'4" originally to get his name still with the shades. So at 6'4" and at 6'5", you can get Adrian Dantley shades. That's the only two heights you can get it at. If you go 6'6", you will not get it. So to get a shade at the lowest height possible is 6'4", which I went with because the stats were cheaper in certain areas, like I mentioned. The weight will be 226 pounds. With a 6'9" wingspan. Dantley was a back to the basket post scorer go forward. Bully guard, or whatever we want to call it. He utilized his post game mostly, and with a great finish around the rim. He had good shooting, touch except his 3-pointer, which he didn't really take threes, but in this game, the 3-point shot will be a 70 rating, which in this game you need to have a 3-pointer if you're spacing the floor with a high mid-range build like this. So 70 3-pointer is hittable. My Barkley build had a 66-3 with calf breakers. So if Second hit was 66.3, and you have a 73 pointer, but your mid range, like I said, is a 92 rating. So that rating is gonna be beneficial to the Badgers and your jump shot in general. So 226, which will give you 88 strength, which is pretty good for a guard because you're very strong in the paint and in the post for a 6'4". And I remember last year with RNG being in the game and everything, people were making 6'4" pure locks or like 95 perimeter, 95 steal, like an 80, 89 strength because of that. Now, in this year's game, almost every build that you make is pretty much dominant in all areas of the game. Unless you're inside big, of course, and you have real IQ and skill, which is pretty much different from being casual, then you're pretty much good to go. And enough of me ranting. Let's get with the stats. So close shot would be a 94. I do have 12 cap breakers plus finishing specialization from 2, so I have 14 cap breakers for this build. Close shot will be a 94. At Legend, you'll have a 90 close shot. I went 99 because of that rating. Adrian Dantley was one of the best post scoring interior scorers in the 80s while being a 6'4/6'5" player. It was a very rare sighting at the time for a play style like this. Driving layup will be a 90. You're one of the greatest finishers around the rim, and along with the 86 strength, with 1 cap breaker, you can get 88 strength, and you have goal physical finishers, pretty good. 70 driving dunk. This is where your next 4 cap breaker will go into. So close shot will be +3 regular cap breakers, and then 2 specialization cap breakers. The close shot I have 99, and then you have 9 cap breakers for the driving dunk. I went from 70 driving dunk to an 88 driving dunk, and I know Dantley didn't really dunk the ball. I tried looking for clips, and 2K roster gave him an 85, which I was somewhat controversial doing a low dunk, but I feel like I want to have more fun with it. So we're going to go 70 and put 4 cap breakers to 88. Driving dunk will give us the pro off 1s, and because we're under 6'4", we'll get the small off 2s. Yeah, we get both off 2s for that. You can't get standing dunks on a 6'4" build animation, so we have to go 56 here. Adrian Dantley was one of the greatest post-up players of his era. Besides being a 6'5", post-up players back then were like 6'9", 6'10", but he was very good at using his body in a post. And we get goals especially on 6'4", which is a pretty rare thing in my opinion. Like I said, 19 mid-range is a very efficient mid-range shooter. And like I said earlier, he did not shoot threes at all. But in this game, perspective, 70 is probably the best minimum rating to hit with a low 3-pointer. Free throws going to be a 90. You're a great free throw shooter off the line. He drew so many fouls. If I can compare Adrian Dantley's game today, it'll be like a James Harden / Melo playstyle with the fouls and the post scoring stuff and the craftiness around the rim. Pass shot is a 71. This is where your next 2 cap breakers will go to. So +2 will give us +6 passing. So we'll have a 77 pass shot for all the super badges. All the badges on silver except bailout. 82 ball handle was an 80 screw ball because we're so short, and screw ball is cheap for a build like this. I'm only 80 because I will be put at the 3 and the 4 in the rec center. Yes, you can play the 4 in the rec center, 6'4". I was very shocked at first. It was very interesting to say the least. But you're quick for the size and the weight you have. You're pretty much strong on all aspects of the game. But each football, it's your ball handle, pretty simple. Interior defense will be an 80. The only downside is you do not get post lock on this build. You have to be 6'5" or taller. But with the strength and the interior, you're pretty much on par. Is pretty good. For 480 interior is pretty good. 80. My perimeter is going to be an 80. 2 cap breakers will give you 86 perimeter defense. That will give you all the silver badges with gold and Windborne Enforcer, which is a pretty good damn badge for defense. It's very underrated, and I think it's very slept on. Steel is going to be a 74. Adrian Dantley with a decent stealer. I'm gonna guess a steel average of like 1.3, 1.4. Pretty decent enough. Block will be a 68 for silver high flying. Why the heck I said silver? Bronze high flying denier. O board we're gonna max out, and G board we're gonna max out to an 80. You don't get crash or takeover, unfortunately. I think you can. I don't know to be certain, but yeah, you don't get crash or take. But what you can do is for your takeover, custom takeover, you can name it fake crasher. You can do O board and G board and maybe interior defense to help as well for that specific takeover, and choose hydration hero because that gives you unlimited stamina. 85 speed along with 85 agility because we're quick and we're small. 86 strength. We get Hall of Fame strong handles, which is pretty cool. 80 vertical as well. You get gold pogo stick. For your last 3 cap breakers, last 2 cap breakers do 1 on your strength and 1 on your vertical to 83 to get Hall of Fame pogo stick, because with your Mac 2s you can get Hall of Fame rebound chaser and the Hall of Fame box out, and that's very good with the pogo stick rating with Hall of Fame with 1 cap breaker, so that's pretty good. And like I said, this is the build of Adrian Dantley, whole scoring, finessing, offensive heavy build. You have great finishing with the cap breaker, like I mentioned, to the dunk. Will be very OP. Shooting is really good. The 3-pointer is I'm not gonna say low, but it's hittable. 7 3-pointer is hittable. Decent playmaking all around. Tier defense is very balanced. Rebounding is pretty good for 6'4", and physicals are crazy for 6'4", with having high vert, high strength, and good speed and agility overall. And like I said, shade is Adrian Dantley first shade, Mark Wire and Michael Jordan on the Wizards, and we made a mid-post bully. Strength is 1 dribble, rise is good, glides in tight spaces smoothly, a real transition threat, and won't make shots near the rim. The weakness is the dunk rating, but with 4 cappers, like I mentioned, you can get 88 driving dunk to make this build even more OP on offense. Like I said, this is my Adrian Dantley build. I want to break this down really good and hope you guys understand what this build is capable of and how it can operate in all game modes, including park, rec, proving grounds, pro-am. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.